Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna be doing Princess Royals, the life of 7 Princess Royals. If I said 6, sorry about that. There are 7 Princess Royals. We're currently on the 2nd Princess Royal, who was also Princess of Orange. The reason is because they married someone from Prince of Orange, which is heir to the Dutch throne, for instance. Ever since we had Princess or Prince of Orange, there was one Princess Royal who became Queen of Württemberg, which is going to come up soon. There are 7 Princess Royals, and we have to do all 7. And then I'll do the lives of all of them in one video. It might be an hour long, because also my new video coming up soon, it's gonna be an hour long, but I still have to finish. It might be posted next year, because it depends on what I'm doing. So the next Princess Royal we're doing is Princess Anne, who is the eldest daughter of King George II of Great Britain. She became Princess Royal at just only 18 years old after her grandfather died. Also, I have done my own research about Anne, Princess of Anne. So with that out of the way, let's get started. Anne, Princess Royal and Princess of Orange. Anne, Princess Royal and Princess of Orange, was born on the 2nd of November, 1709, until the 12th of January, 1759. Was the second child and eldest daughter of King George II of Great Britain and his consort Caroline of Ansbach. She was the wife of William IV, Prince of Orange, the first hereditary stadtholder of all 7 provinces of the Northern Netherlands. She was regent for the Netherlands from 1751 until her death in 1759, exercising expansive powers on behalf of her son William III. She was known as an Anglophile due to her English upbringing and family connections, but was unable to convince the Dutch Republic to enter the 7 Years' War on the side of the British. Princess Anne was the second daughter of a British sovereign to hold the title Princess Royal. In the Netherlands, she was styled Anne van Hanover. That means like Anne van Hanover. Her portrait is by Jacopo Amagoni, painted around 1734. Princess Consort of Orange. Her tenure was from the 25th of March, 1734, till the 22nd of October, 1751. She was born on the 2nd of November, 1709, in the Herrenstein Palace in Hanover, in the Electorate of Hanover, in the Holy Roman Empire. She died on the 12th of January, 1759, at age 49, in The Hague, in the Dutch Republic. She was buried on the 23rd of February, 1759, in Nieuwe Kerk in Delft. She married William IV, Prince of Orange, in 1734, but he died in 1751. They had 3 children. Only 2 survived into adulthood. Her house is Hanover. Her father is George II of Great Britain, and her mother is Caroline of Ansbach. Her early life. Anne was born at Herrenstein Palace in Hanover 5 years before her paternal grandfather, Elector George Louis, succeeded to the thrones of Great Britain and Ireland as George I. She was christened shortly after her birth at Herrenstein Palace. She was named after her paternal grandfather's second cousin, Anne, Queen of Great Britain. She learned German, French, and English, and was taught music, including singing, harpsichord, and composition by Georg Friedrich Handel, or George Friedrich Handel. Handel did not like teaching, but he said he would make the only exception for Anne, Flower of Princesses. She remained a lifelong supporter, attending his operas and subscribing to his music. John Coker's medal of 1732, showing the surviving children of King George II, Frederick, William, Anne, Amelia, Caroline, Mary, and Louise. Anne contracted and survived smallpox in 1720, and 2 years later, her mother helped to popularize the practice of variolation, an early type of illumination against smallpox, which had been witnessed by Lady Mary Wortley Montagu and Charles Maitland in Constantinople. At the direction of Caroline, 6 prisoners condemned to death were offered the chance to undergo variation instead of execution. They all survived, as did 6 orphan children given the same treatment as a further test. Convinced of its medical value, the Queen had her 2 younger daughters, Amelia and Caroline, inoculated successfully. Anne's face was scarred by the disease, and she was not considered as pretty as her 2 younger sisters. On the 30th of August, 1727, George II created his eldest daughter Princess Royal, a title which had fallen from use since its creation by Charles I for his daughter Mary Princess Royal in 1642. Go check out that video that I did live about Mary in my last video. Her marriage. In 1725, a potential marriage contract between Anne and King Louis XV of France was considered. From a French viewpoint, such a marriage could give France valuable neutrality from the Netherlands and Prussia, as well as protection against Spain. However, the religious issues caused problems. While it was taken for granted that Anne would have to convert to Catholicism, there were concerns that this would still not be enough for the Pope, whose support was needed, particularly regarding the broken betrothal between Louis XV and a Spanish princess, and the prospect of Anne becoming regent for France in case of a minor regency was feared because of her presumed religious inclinations towards the Huguenots in France. The plans was eventually discarded when the French insisted that Anne must convert to Roman Catholicism. On the 25th of March, 1734, in the Chapel Royal at St. James's Palace, she married William IV, Prince of Orange. She was then increased to use the British title in favor of the new one she gained by marriage. The music played at her wedding, "This Is the Day," was set by Handel to the princess's own words based on Psalms 45 and 118. Handel also composed an operic entertainment, Passiano in Festa, in honor of her wedding, which was performed for the first time at the King's Theatre in London on the 13th of March, 1734. With great success. Nicho Street, Soho in London, renamed Garrard Palace in 1910, was named in honor of the marriage. William suffered from a spinal deformity which affected his appearance, but Anne said she would marry him even if he were a baboon. Her reason for being so intense upon this marriage was reported to be simply that she wished to be married to avoid a life as a spinster at the court of her father and her brother, with whom she did not get along, and the only match considered suitable for her was a monarch or heir to the throne. William was ostensibly her only remaining Protestant choice, and when questioned by her father, she stated that it was not a matter of which she could marry William. The question was rather whenever she should marry at all. She quarreled with her brother, the Prince of Wales, about her choice. The welcome by the mayor of Rotterdam of William IV, Prince of Orange, and his consort Anna of Great Britain, 1734, by Jacob Spaniel. William and Anne sailed to Holland after a honeymoon at Kew. In the Netherlands, they raced at Leeuwarden. Anne soon felt homesick when William went on campaign in the Rhineland, and she travelled back to England, believing herself to be pregnant. Anne thought she would give birth to the child in her homeland, as the child would have been in the line of succession to the British throne. However, this decision was not well received with her husband and her father, who both commanded her to return to Holland after a brief stay. By April 1735, it was clear that Anne was not with child after all. In 1736, she did become pregnant, but the child, a daughter, was stillborn. Portrait of Princess Anne by Jan Baptist Exavari, painted in 1736. Anne was not well liked by the Dutch people and did not get on well with her mother-in-law, Marie Louise of Hesse-Kassel. However, Anne was considered to have a regal sense, but seemed to have a belief in British superiority over the Dutch. She was also thought to be neglectful of her duties and seemed to isolate herself in her interests in music and literature, and she was accused of displaying little consideration for her countries, for example, by forcing her ladies-in-waiting to read for her for hours, ignoring their fatigue. Her relationship with William, however, was at first distant, eventually developed into harmony and intimacy, which is displayed in their correspondence. In 1747, William became stadtholder of all 7 united provinces, and this was followed by a constitutional reform which made his new, wider authority hereditary. William and Anne moved to The Hague, where Anne introduced Handel to the Netherlands. He accepted her invitation to her music life at The Hague in 1750. The composer Hosea van Astriën was one of her ladies-in-waiting. Regency. Princess Anne while regent for her young son, William, by Juan Vatian Tisiben, painted around 1753. William IV died on the 22nd of October 1751 at the age of 40, and Anne was appointed as regent for her 3-year-old son, William III. She gained all the prerogatives normally held by a hereditary stadtholder of the Netherlands, with the exception of the military duties of the office, which was entrusted to Duke Louis Ernest of Brunswick-Lüneburg. She was hard-working but arrogant and imperious, which made her unpopular. The 1750s were years of increasing tension and communal rivalry between Holland and Great Britain, which placed her in a difficult position. Anne's interior policy focused on defending the authority of the central hereditary stadtholder government over the traditional rights of the Dutch states. The reform of the hereditary post of stadtholder had been introduced during the reign of her late husband. It was new and controversial and was questioned after his death, but Anne effectively defined the centralized government. In the conflict with the city of Haarlem, for example, she prevented the city from holding its election by refusing the release of its list of candidates. Her harsh rule was resented, but the consideration policy effectively secured the new hereditary stadtholder rule in the Netherlands. In her foreign policy, Anne favoured the British alliance with the Emperor before the French, a policy which is not popular in the Netherlands. and her fortification of the southern provinces against the French Netherlands was met with great opposition. Anne continued to act as regent until her death from dropsy in 1759 at The Hague, where she was replaced by her mother-in-law, Marie Louise of Hesse-Kassel, who was assisted by Duke Louis Ernest of Brunswick-Lüneburg. When she too died in 1765, Anne's daughter Caroline was made regent until William V reached the age of 18 in 1766. So I hope you guys okay guys, so and then we have all of these children. Princess Anna, and then we have her 3 children. We have Princess Caroline, born on the 28th of February, 1743, till she died on the 6th of May, 1787. She married on the 5th of March, 1760, to Charles Christian, Prince of Nassau-Wilhelmsburg. They had children. Princess Anna died in 1746. She died at just a month. William V, Prince of Orange, born on the 8th of March, 1748. He died on the 9th of April, 1806. He married on the 4th of October, 1767, to Princess Wilhelmina of Prussia. They had children. Oh, yeah, she's the daughter of the King of Prussia. And Prussia is modern-day Poland. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this. I'll see you guys in my next video.